Hello and welcome to day 4 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2952 for Star Citizen. It is Alien Day. What does Alien Day mean at the IAE? Well, that means we've got manufacturers like Aopoa and Gatak, which are the Xi'an manufacturers. We've got Banu, so if you want a Banu merchantman, they make them. And Esperia, so Esperia are quite a lot of random things. So it's Vandal ships, captured ships, reproduction ships, Tavaran ships. Sort of ships that may not necessarily be accessible to the human population otherwise. So let's have a quick look around. The hall is pretty small today, so we're going to have a look at the hall and then we'll look at what's on sale on the RSI website. You got your Banu Defender over here. So this is a relatively long distance. I think it's classified as a medium fighter, but really it's a heavy fighter just because it's sort of like long distance. It's an escort fighter is a better way of describing it. It looks like a crab, a hungry crab. Hom yum yum yum. It's got 2 singed tachyon cannons. It's supposed to have 4 of. It's got what? It's got some singed tachyon cannons. I thought it had 2, but it appears to have 4 here. That might just be me being a dum-dum. Very organic feel in these ships. Sort of like the inside of a sea creature or the sort of bones or slightly Geiger-esque sort of feeling going on. Very cool. It's for 2 crew. Sort of Banu ships work in unison and tandem. And they're alien, they're weird. But a lot of people like the ship, a lot of people dislike it. The Banu merchantman will have a little bay that at least sort of the defenders can land in as well in the future. But if you want an escort fighter long distance, then maybe that's for you. We've got the Vandal Glaive over here. So this is the heavier of the sort of medium fighters from the Vandal. It's been made flyable for humans. Now this ship model is effectively the old ship model. They are going to be updating it with a newer one at some point. We've seen previously the sort of a couple of Christmases ago, in fact, sort of updates to the sort of things that the Vandal are getting for their ships. So it's a cool ship. Obviously, they like ramming and things as well. They've got big old guns, but they are like 200 years behind, I think, in tech-wise compared to the rest of the races. So bear that in mind. We've got the Talons here. We've got the standard Talon. It's a sort of like dive, quick assault fighter, light fighter. So this is like a reproduction. They found a data cache and they're able to reproduce these Tavaran ships from the Tavaran War. Lots and lots of forward-facing firepower. Sort of charges at a target, pew-pews it, and then runs away is the idea. Lots of sort of armoured front and then armoured rear. It sort of can change the way it shields, where the shield hardening is and things like that. And then they've got the Shrike, the variant of that, which is basically the missile variant. Goes, you know what? Let's have a load of missiles that just strike at the enemies and proper little dive bomber. Very, very cool looking ships. You obviously got the purples and the greens there. Iridescent sort of armour. The lighting's a bit weird at the moment. Unfortunately, it's sort of flashing on and off based on my distance. Not ideal. We've got the Katu Al here, which is the sort of light Xi'an fighter from Aopoa. So very bug-like. I think a lot of people like this sort of ship, but it's supposed to be super maneuverable as well. It's not one for me. I like the fact it's alien. I think it looks kind of cool, sort of the weird geometry and that sort of stuff. But really, I'm waiting for the game to be more balanced to see how these sort of fit into the fighters more readily. And then we've got the Vandal Blade. Now, the Blade is the latest sort of tech for the Vandal ships, the latest look. So imagine the Glaive over there, sort of updated to look a bit more like this. This is like very Cylon, I suppose, but it's very cool looking. It's very sort of ancient and alien and sort of like monolithic. I really like it. Light fighter. It's going to be fought a lot in Squadron 42 and in Arena Commander Vandal Swarm. I think it's a cool ship. What do I actually look like? I'm in my stripper gear. I look very much like I'm about to strip. So that's the sort of The only ships that are in the main hall. Oh, or have I missed one out? I've missed out the Prowler. So, big old Prowler. It is a cool Tavaran ship. So, what's going on with this? Well, it's a... see, it's loads of hatches with little air shields in front of each of them, or at least can have air shields though, so it doesn't depressurize the ship. It is a drop ship for a load of people just to be able to use this cover and run out and shoot things they can deploy into space. And because of the air shields there, as I said, they can have these doors open, use them to sort of even fire out, I think, or assault out. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Someone opened them all. But yeah, a cool idea for a ship. And it's sort of like hard to detect, and it's very hovery, and yeah, it's cool. It's a cool bird. It's like a red, terrifying nest of a ship. Let's have a look downstairs in the holosuite for the rest of the stuff, though. So downstairs, we've got a load of Noxes. It's a shame they're not... looks like the Nox Q. Looks like the Q version. But yeah, we've got a load of Noxes, little floating space bikes. From, I believe, Xi'an. Nothing on the other side, which is a shame. Let's go check out the actual holosuites. See what we've got today. So we've got the Gatak Rylan there. So this is a medium Xi'an cargo ship, I believe. It is Xi'an, isn't it? Yeah. So it's sort of like to allow for Xi'an and human crews to coexist on board. You can see the sort of external cargo pods on the rear of the ship there. But there's sort of quarters and living areas, and even, I think, alien toilets in there as well. Of sort of multi-role facilities for both human and Xi'an crew to share. Interesting ship. I'm still very much in development, to have no ETA on that. We've got the Banu Merchantman. Oh, it's my boy. I think this is the ship that potentially excites most people, just in general, actually, but especially when it comes to alien ships. We know that it's been reconcepted. We know that it's received a good amount of work in its white box. And I'm hoping that we see it in-game next year. Now, that might be a little bit too optimistic, but come on. Be optimistic with me. It's my boy. Is there anything like new update here? Banu traders are renowned for their merchant prowess, travelling these space lanes and trading with everyone they meet. Their steady, dedicated trading ships have proven themselves a vessel ideally suited to the task, and are so prized that they're frequently passed down from generation to generation of Banu. Oh, I love it. We know it's got a little bay for ships to land in. We've seen some of its interior previously. It's cool. It's alien. It's a shopping mall. It's a market. It's a cargo hauler. It's cool. What else do we got? What else do we got? This looks like the last one. And we've got the... Let's see if I can remember the name of it. It's not the Katsu Al. That's the other one. This is the Santok Yai. Santok Yai. So this is the medium Xi'an fighter. So again, the Katsu Al is the light fighter. This is the medium one. A lot more guns, and it's bigger. It's more chunky. I think that I'm really looking forward to seeing these fighters used a lot in game eventually, once everything's more balanced and sort of like they tweak them to be effective and useful. But they're supposed to have like different thruster arrays, and they move differently to other ships, and I just want to see that utilized appropriately. But let's jump into the RSO website and see what's actually on sale today.
It finally happened. I got hit with one of those famous pyro solar flares, and the cutter has frankly, well, not been herself. But by good fortune of the Banu god of backwaters, I found this marketplace. Ah, my good man. Do you happen to have a power coupling for a... Ooh. Are those Vandal parts? Now, tell me, are those Esperia replicas, or, are they the real deal?
You like to walk on the wild side, man? I can dig it. I can assure you these parts... Whoa. Are you recording this, man?
Oh, no, it's not what you think.
Whoa, not cool, man. Whoa, not cool.
But I'm super cool.
Whoa.
It's okay, I'm cool.
So it is Alien Day, and because of that, we have a variety of manufacturers: Aopoa, Banu, Asperia, and Gatak. Let's start with Aopoa. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So we've got the Katu Al, that light scout fighter, the Xi'an one. So the problem with a lot of the alien ships is that they have alien tax on, effectively. So they are rare, and because of that, they're expensive with real money. Something that I would suggest very much getting in game is most of the alien ships, if not all of the alien ships, just without real money. But $170 for the Katu Al, that's pretty expensive. You've got the Nox, that's the sort of alien Xi'an space bike. Cool, floating, pew pew, it's cool. I really like it. I think the Nox is one of my preferred ones for little ground vehicles. $45, not too bad, but again, you can get these very cheaply in game. The Santokyai, that's the sort of medium fighter, a lot more firepower than the Katu Al. $220. Still got that alien tax there. It is sort of. Is it going to be competitive with things like the Sabre and the Super Hornet and stuff in the future? Maybe. We're going to have to wait and see. We need to see how these ships are balanced movement-wise as well. So that's the only 3 ships we've got from Aopoa. And we will look at the Jax McCleary video in a minute as well. If you've got Concierge or a Chairman's member, then you've got access to these very expensive Alien Complete packs for thousands of dollars if you are so interested. I've got that pin badge set already. Let's click on Banu. What have we got for Banu today? So we've got the Banu Defender, which is flyable in game at the moment. $220. Again, you still got that alien tax effectively. I think that's quite expensive for a ship, for what it is. But if you like the beautiful crab boy, then maybe you will enjoy that. And then we've got everyone's favourite merchantman, the Banu merchantman, from $650. That's pretty expensive. So you can see here that there's I pay a VAT, which is 20%. So this is interesting as well. So there is a CCU upgrade, it seems, for it, which is $50 off for the War Bond upgrade, which might, for some people, be very might be absolutely fantastic. Interesting. That's an interesting one. So if you're desperate to get a Banu merchantman, you might be able to work out a chain to actually, what is the closest ship to a Banu merchantman price-wise at the moment that you can sort of buy? Liberator. Yeah, so when the Liberator or Orion or something are on sale, then oh no, because is this War Bond going to still be available on the 27th to the 30th? You have to make a decision yourself. So not all these ships are available. There's actually CCU 2 at the moment, and from and to and to buy. So bear that in mind. But a good price on the Banu merchantman for sure. Interesting. So those are the Banu ships, but yeah, the Banu merchantman, Cloud Imperium, obviously, they've been doing a load of work on it. They've reconcepted it. It's looking absolutely awesome. I'm really hoping we see it in game next year, end of next year. That might be a bit too optimistic, though. Let's go to Asperia. What have we got from Asperia? So we've got the Vandal Blade. Now, you're really paying alien taxes on these ships. So the Blade here is $275. That is hugely expensive. It is a light fighter. It's more of a collector's item. Although maybe you'll be able to blend in with the Vandal or something if you've got one in the future. You've got the Glaive. Again, I told you this is the old model. $350. Incredibly expensive for the ship. I'd be much more willing to give it a bit of thought if it was the new model, if it was the updated model. We've also got the Prowler from $440. Again, incredibly expensive. That's the Devaran dropship. It's a bit stealthy. It's going to be absolutely fantastic as a dropship, but there are ships that do it significantly cheaper. Maybe not all the same features, and they're not as cool, but it is what it is. You've got the Talons. So you've got the standard Talon, $115 if you want a load of pew-pew, some shield hardening, cool light fighter. And then you've got the Talon Shrike, again $115 for the missile variant. What we got for Gattac? Gattac, we've just got the Rylan. It's got the Gattac Rylan from $225. Not an awful price for a medium cargo hauler. I mean, if you are looking for an interesting alien cargo ship that suits both Xi'an and humans, and eventually Xi'an and other aliens will be in game. It might even be able to play as them, but we can probably have them as crew and stuff like that. So it's an interesting cargo ship, and then maybe it's for you. It's very unique in the way it sort of like looks. Don't know when it's going to be in game yet though. But yeah, I'm really interested to know, what do you think about the alien ships on today's sort of Intergalactic Aerospace Expo? Are you going to be picking any up? Have you grabbed yourself a Banu Merchantman? Do you already have Banu Merchantman? Are you looking forward to updates for the Banu Merchantman? Do you think that it's going to be coming out next year, or do you think that's far too optimistic? What are you looking forward to? What day is it? Tomorrow. We've got some cool stuff happening tomorrow, maybe with Star Citizen. We've got Anvil Aerospace. I wonder if there's a new ship reveal for the 22nd of November with Anvil. That there is. Maybe. Ooh. But whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Hello, I'm Winston Churchill, and I use NordVPN to defend the Internet Empire. We will fight the ants on the beaches. We shall fight on the Internet. We shall fight the trackers and the malware. Whether we want to watch Netflix for another country or have greater accessibility to the Internet, we will defend our island home. At any rate, that is what we're programmed to do.
Thanks, Winston Churchill. What? What do you mean, Tin? That wasn't Winston Churchill? Point still stands. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer to get yourself discounted NordVPN, or use the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For November, we're giving away a Crusader Spirit C1. It's a fantastic looking multi-role ship that can fit a vehicle in the back or a load of cargo, and it looks really cool. It's got loads of forward-facing weaponry and a tractor beam. As it's a concept ship, though, the winner will have a Cutlass back in the meantime as a loaner. It comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance too, so bam! Even if you don't have Star Citizen stuff yet, you can get straight into the game with this. It's all you need. Just comment on any of my videos this month to be in for a chance of winning. A massive thank you to everyone that has used the join button under my videos to become a channel member, and my Patreons. You guys are awesome. It really does help the channel. Please consider becoming one of those lovely people too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.